Good morning. This is your very, very own Yobo for Christ. Listen to me, darling. Have you ever gone to visit a woman that just delivered and they show you the baby with excitement? And then later they're like, oh, there's something else I need to show you too. And they bring out the placenta. Have they ever shown you that? Or maybe you have 3 children. I have 2. I've never even seen it. Maybe you have kids. When they discharge you and that baby, did they discharge you with the placenta and say you have to carry the placenta home? Because the placenta play a very important role in the growth of a baby. So during that season, that process, that cycle, that you carry that baby for 9 months, the placenta is needed. The role is very vital. This is the reason why the baby grows, because the placenta, we carry all the things that the baby needs from your body as a mother through the umbilical cord to the baby. But immediately the baby comes out, they will take a sharp knife and cut off that placenta. So they cut the umbilical cord. Why? To separate the baby from the placenta. And when they discharge you, you don't go home with the placenta. That would be a reproach. You don't walk around in a buggy with the baby and then the placenta nest or under, because you think, I owe this placenta. This placenta did a lot for my baby. This placenta helped the growth of my baby. And now I have to carry this placenta everywhere and show everybody. You don't do that. The baby is detached from the placenta. And you go home with your baby. You don't know what else or what next happened to the placenta. Do you know some people still walk around with things they're supposed to have detached themselves from? And God is saying, yes, this thing has been attached to you in one season. That's why it's called a season. It's supposed to come and go. This thing has been attached to you. You slept with it. You went everywhere with this thing. Maybe we're even married to that thing. I don't know what that thing is that was attached to you in one season. And this thing ended up being your teacher. Maybe it's even a character trace. Maybe it's bitterness. Maybe it's rage. Life happened. And this thing became something that is not part of you. You can't seem to let it go. And sometimes God even allow this thing for a season because it's needed for your growth. That's why he told the apostle, no, I won't take it away. My grace is sufficient. As much as he prayed, take it away. God said, no, my grace is sufficient. Sometimes God even allows some things because it's needed for your growth. That's why the psalmist said, I have learned more than my teachers because I've learned not to depend on God. Your teachers are the things that taught you to be this person, that made you wiser. It's not a human being per se. It might be the disappointment. It might be the frustration. It might be the rejection that taught you to look for the woman within you and begin to cherish yourself and see that you are a beautiful woman and that you deserve the very best. It might be the rejection, yeah. It might be the disappointment. It might be the failure. It might be a divorce that you went through. It might be a heartbreak. It might be a loss of a child, a job, a big opportunity. I don't know what it is. That came as a teacher to teach you something. Not to break you, not to kill you, but to teach you something. And when that season is completed, and it's time now for birthing, and God is saying, are you ready to take the knife and cut that cord and separate this from that? And the same thing he told Joshua, you can enter this land with the foreskin still on this people. In order for me to release you into this land, you need to take a knife, Joshua, and cut off the foreskin, circumcise them. Let there be a separation. The foreskin covers so many things. You know what I mean? I don't know what is the foreskin that you need to remove so that that thing will come off. I don't know what is the placenta, what represents placenta that you're still walking around with. God has even maybe released you into a season, but you can't seem to take advantage of it. You can't seem to make use of it or really go and possess because you're still carrying around the placenta. This thing has been attached to me for 9 months. It's past 9 months now, girl. The thing that is important is the baby. You don't want to walk around with this placenta. You don't want to still think you can possess this land now with this foreskin. Whatever that thing is, it has served its purpose. The circle is completed. The season is far gone. God is saying, it is time for you to cut loose. You need to do the cutting and say, thank you, you've been good to me. Thank you, you've taught me something. Thank you, we've been through so many things together. Thank you, whatever. But this is the time you go. This is the time we say goodbye. Like I said before, it might be a character trait. This is the time I say is enough. I've learned my lesson from this anger outburst. But now, I need to let you go. I need to do the cutting. Why? Because I want to possess my possession. I want to take a step from where I am to the place that God has promised me. And if I don't say goodbye to this thing, if I don't cut loose from this thing, I'm going to walk around with the reproach. Look at what God said to Joshua. Joshua 5 verse 9a. He said, and the Lord said unto Joshua, this day have I rolled away the reproach of Egypt from off you. The CJB say, then the Lord said to Joshua, today I have rolled off from you the stigma of Egypt. I don't know that stigma that you've been walking around with. God said, the season is over. It's over. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. This day, I have rolled away the reproach. Now you can enter the land and take over. That's what he was saying to Joshua. But Joshua had to do the cutting, and the people had to be willing to say, that's fine. They had to stay behind to heal. Sometimes you bleed when you detach yourself from that thing. But you will heal. Because the reason is for you to enter into your promised land. You will heal. The balm of Gilead will do the healing. But if you refuse to do the cutting because you don't want to bleed, I don't want to hurt, I don't think I can survive without this thing, it's a reproach. It will become a reproach and a stigma. still from Egypt, while you're looking face to face, standing in front of your promised land, you can't seem to cut loose and get rid of the reproach and the stigma from Egypt. The time is now, darling. Nobody goes home with a placenta. Doesn't matter how vital the placenta was in the 9 months. When it's time for birthing, when the baby comes out, you detach the baby from the placenta. Don't let that thing kill your child. Don't let that thing poison your baby. I don't know what your baby represents. It's time for you to go and possess. How painful that's going to feel. God is saying, I will heal you. I will stand by you. I will help you. But this reproach can't go. This baggage can't go. This character can't go. This attitude won't go. This person can't go with you to where I'm taking you. It's going to stop you. So whatever it is that it represents in your life, you know it. It's time to detach. Trust God to do the healing. Cut loose. The time is now. I love you. You don't let nobody fool you. Tell you otherwise. Make you feel otherwise. Talk you out of your spot. You are a queen. You are a king. And your father is the monarch of the universe. Meaning he boss. I double dare you to cut loose. Separate yourself from that thing. The time for you to enter your place of manifestation is now. I love you. You're very, very only you before Christ. Bye. Shalom.